Let Garmin Support help you get started with your Signal VHF radio. For this process, you will need the Signal VHF 220 or the Signal VHF 400. The handset for both products will also be needed. We will go through the menu options and the functions of the device. For help programming the MMSI, please follow our video below. Once you have the MMSI programmed and Signal Radio installed on your vessel, we will go over the VHF radio page, DSC calling, your directory, the AIS plotter page, intercom, and setting options the Signal Radio has to offer. First, select the menu on the Signal. Then, select VHF Radio. The VHF radio page will be where you operate your channels, set your favorite channels, and watch modes. Select the channel in the middle of the screen. This will bring up the channels available. Use the knob to switch through the available channels. Select the channel on screen to confirm or stop turning the knob and the channel will be selected. Now, select the watch mode icon or the binoculars icon in the bottom left. Watch modes allow you to scan a series of channels across the VHF when a transmission comes through. Selecting all will scan all channels. Select presets to watch your favorited channels. "16 only" will scan channel 16 for transmissions. "Off" will only listen to the channel you selected. In the top right, we have two button selections, the weather icon and the call directory. Select the weather icon. When setting up the VHF for the first time, you will be directed to set up the weather preferences. Select Yes when prompted to set up the weather channel. Select your preferred channel the weather icon will default to when selected. By selecting the weather icon in the top right, you will be taken to the weather channel. Now, select the DSC call button or telephone icon in the upper right corner. From this page, you can call an individual, group, position, and all ships. For individual DSC calls, you will need to select a vessel, enter the MMSI, and select the channel you are calling them on. For groups, you will need to have a group created in your directory, select the group name, and then the MMSI associated with the group. Then, select the channel you would like to call them on. For position, this requests a DSC position to locate a vessel. Select the vessel and enter the MMSI. Then select the category to change if needed. For all ships, this will enable a call to all vessels. Select the category, safety or urgency. Select the channel you want to call. Then select Call this channel. Next is the Activity button. This will show your history for incoming calls. You can select one to listen to or save in the top right, then download it via Wi-Fi to the Active Captain app. Low and high will be your transmit power options. High will transmit at 25 watts. Low will transmit at 1 watt. Next, we can save preset channels at the bottom of the VHF radio page. Find a channel you want to favorite. Select and hold a blank favorite spot or replace an existing favorite by holding down one of the existing favorites. On the prompt, select Set to replace the favorite channel in that position. The new favorite will then display at the bottom of the page to access quickly. Turn the knob left or right to adjust the volume or the external speaker and fist mic. You can also access the squelch when adjusting the volume of the mic. Select the squelch, then use the knob to make any adjustments. The auto option will adjust the squelch as needed when this option is selected. This is a new feature Garmin released for less adjustment and crisp transmissions when receiving. Select the menu button on the VHF to go to the home screen. Select the menu on the Signal. Next, we will go over DSC calling. DSC calling allows you to make calls out to the other vessels directly. There are options for individual, distress, call logs, test call, all ships, position, and group call. Individual allows you to enter the MMSI and call from your selected channel. Distress should only be used in emergencies to call out to other vessels and emergency services. Call logs will show your call history and allow you to go back and make calls back to individuals. Test call allows you to make a test call out with a VHF. All ships will enable a call to all vessels. Select the category, safety or urgency. Select the channel you want to call. Then select Call this channel. For position, this requests a DSC position to locate a vessel. Select the vessel and enter the MMSI. Then select the category to change if needed. For group calls, you will need to have a group created in your directory. Select the group name and the MMSI associated with the group. Then select the channel you want to call on. Select the menu button to go to the home screen. Next, select Directory. Directory will have all of your contacts in one place. This is how you can call on nearby vessels, create new contacts, or create groups. Select the menu button on the VHF radio. Now, select AIS Plotter. The AIS Plotter page will display other vessels around the area if they are transmitting AIS. From this page, you can select vessels near you or use the plotter filters to show certain information. Select the plotter filters icon. You have the options for all targets, moving targets, high-risk targets, and contacts. There is also a directional setting that allows you to change orientation to head up, north up, or course up. Selecting plus to zoom in or the minus to zoom out allows you to adjust the AIS plotter page by zoom level. Select the menu button on the VHF. Next is the hailer option. From the hailer menu, you can adjust the volume of the listen back volume and loudspeaker. Turn the knob to adjust the volume. Press the knob to change from listen back volume and loudspeaker volume. Press the back arrow after volume adjustments have been made. Next is the intercom page. Select Intercom. From the intercom page, you can use the mic and press the PTT button to talk to your crew on the loudspeaker. Press the back button on the VHF. Now we will go over the settings. Scroll down to the home page and select Settings. Inside the Settings menu, there are many options to configure the VHF radio. First, we will look at the fist mic. Then select Fist Mic Connection. We will go over pairing your fist mic to your VHF in the event that you have not paired the two. Select Connect to New Fist Mic. The VHF will then search for the fist mic. A prompt on the screen will show you how to put the fist mic into pairing mode. Press and hold the distress calling button and channel up simultaneously for 6 seconds to put the fist mic in pairing mode. The fist mic will be in pairing mode when the programmable button flashes white. The serial number will then display on the VHF radio. Confirm the serial number and select Pair. The connected status light will turn green when pairing is complete. Now press back twice on the VHF radio to go back to the Settings menu. Below Fist Mic, we have Preferences. Preferences allow you to set language, units, bearing, and other preferences. VHF region, weather, DSC configuration, inactivity timeout, and noise cancellation can be changed under VHF. AIS settings will show for transmitting long range, the plotter page, heading sensor, and AIS alarms. Stealth mode, position settings, and satellite view will be under AIS. Next is the networks. This includes the Wi-Fi networks. The Wi-Fi connectivity would be configured to connect to the Active Captain app to update software if you do not have a compatible chart plotter over BlueNet to update the VHF. There is also the Garmin Marine Network and the NMEA 2000 settings that can be viewed and configured. Next is the vessel identification. This will include the vessel details and the ATIS settings. Vessel details like the MMSI cannot be configured once the VHF is programmed. You will need to contact your Garmin certified marine dealer or Garmin Marine Support to reset the MMSI of the device. Lastly, we have the system settings like alerts, diagnostics, about, and reset. Alerts will include system alerts from the VHF radio. Diagnostics is helpful when trying to troubleshoot your VHF radio. Individual components of the VHF radio will be shown here with the status of the component. For example, the antenna can show us our VHF, DSC, and AIS VSWR ratings. The About page displays software version information, serial numbers, and unit IDs of the VHF. Reset has two options to review: reset squelch levels and reset settings to factory defaults. Resetting VHF squelch will clear all manual squelch levels and set all channels to use auto squelch. Resetting the settings to factory defaults will reset all settings to default and delete saved VHF recordings. The MMSI will not be cleared from the device. To reset your MMSI, please contact your Garmin certified marine dealer or Garmin Marine Support. The last page to review is the drop menu. This is available from any page on the Signal VHF. From this menu, you will have toggle options to choose from and a slider for your brightness. The toggle options are as follows: stealth, AIS alarms, night, intercom, and alerts. Stealth will disable your AIS transmissions. AIS alarms will turn on and off AIS alarms. Night will turn the display to night mode for easier reading at nighttime. Intercom will enable the intercom to talk to the crew through the remote stations and external speakers on board. Alerts will take you to the alerts page. Display brightness can be adjusted on the slider with your finger on the screen or by adjusting using the knob. And that's it. Thanks for watching. For more help, please subscribe to our Garmin Support YouTube page or visit marinesupport.garmin.com.